The Miami Heat have been one of the most surprising offensive teams in the league. Fast pace, high scoring, balanced production across the roster. And they have done all of it without one of their best weapons on the floor. That wait might be ending soon. According to multiple reports, Tyler Herro is targeting a return as early as the Heat's next matchup with the Dallas Mavericks. After missing the start of the season because of off-season ankle surgery, the former All-Star appears close to suiting up again. The league's #1 offense might be getting even stronger. Miami's offense has surprised everyone. The Heat entered the season expecting to compete, but nobody projected this kind of firepower. Miami currently leads the NBA in points per game and is playing at the fastest pace in the league. 8 different players are averaging double figures. There is movement, spacing, and unselfishness in every possession. They have also been without Herro. He averaged 23.9 points last season and often carried Miami's scoring load through tough stretches. His return adds shot creation, spacing, and another high-level threat late in games. The timing could not be better. The Powell factor makes Herro's return even more interesting. Miami expected Norman Powell to help. They did not expect him to look like this. Powell has opened the season averaging 25.4 points per game while leading an offense that produces clean looks from everywhere on the floor. He has adapted perfectly to Erik Spoelstra's system, picking his spots, attacking in transition, and giving Miami a perimeter scorer who can punish mismatches. Powell is excited about the pairing too. I think we are going to complement each other with our play style. We are both selfless players. We have already been talking about how we are going to be finding each other in transition and playing off one another, Powell said. Herro has never played in a Miami offense this balanced. Last season he faced traps, face guarding, and tough coverages without consistent help. That will not be the case now. Miami creates advantages at every position and makes defenses pick their poison. Herro steps into the cleanest defensive situation of his career. Who loses minutes when Herro returns? That is the real question. The Miami Heat are 11-6 without Herro and have multiple quality wins, including 2 victories over the New York Knicks and a strong showing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Someone's minutes will be trimmed. Maybe several players. Herro and Powell are expected to start together, but Spoelstra can stagger them to keep scoring on the floor at all times. Miami has leaned into versatility and pace, and adding another skilled shooter only enhances that formula. The goal is simple. Miami wants to overwhelm defenses every quarter. How the Heat's schedule sets up a run. Miami's surge has completely shifted expectations. Before the season, most Las Vegas sportsbooks projected the Heat to finish in the 37-39 win range. Now, Basketball Reference projects them for 53 wins, putting them just ahead of the Detroit Pistons, even though Detroit currently leads the conference behind rising star Cade Cunningham. That projection isn't random. It reflects Miami's brutal early season schedule. The Heat have faced almost nothing but 2024-25 playoff teams. They haven't even played several of the league's lighter opponents yet, including the Brooklyn Nets, Utah Jazz, New Orleans Pelicans, and Washington Wizards, all matchups still on the horizon. According to Basketball Reference's projections, Miami now has one of the league's easiest paths the rest of the way. And they navigated their toughest stretch without Tyler Herro. Whether his return comes against the Dallas Mavericks or later in the week, the timing could not be better. The NBA's best offense is about to add another high-level scorer, more spacing, and even more lineup options. It's the kind of boost that can change a season. The Dallas Mavericks, 5-13, kick off a 4-game road trip with a 6:30 Central Standard Time tip against the Miami Heat, 11-6, Monday at the Kaseya Center. Miami returns home riding a 4-game win streak after beating Philadelphia Sunday 127-117 in a game it never trailed. Dallas dropped 2 of the 3 games comprising its most recent homestand, splitting a pair of nail-biters against the Knicks and Pelicans before falling flat Saturday against Memphis, 102-96. The Heat lead the NBA in scoring with 124.8 points per game, also topping the league in pace and assists with 30.6 per game, and the team's three-point percentage has been top 5 most of the year, currently .385. 6 Heat regulars shoot better than .365 from deep, led by Simone Fontecchio's .435 mark. Miami shoots many more times than its opponents, a troubling prospect for a Mavericks team that has made a habit of handing out extra possessions via turnovers. Even when Dallas surrendered only 10 giveaways Saturday, the Grizzlies racked up 23 offensive boards. To keep up with the Heat, the Mavericks will have to shoot better than their 35 of 91 showing against the Grizzlies, and would benefit if the hot three-point shooting of guards Brandon Williams and Klay Thompson proved contagious. The pair combined to make 8 of 16 from long distance Saturday, a rare bright spot for the Mavericks offensively. The Heat's impressive record is even more surprising considering that the team has yet to be joined by all-star shooting guard Tyler Herro, who underwent ankle surgery in September. His return is expected this week, possibly against the Mavericks Monday for a Miami club that played the day before. While the Heat have fired on all cylinders with their current lineup, Herro's skill set promises to make things even tougher on opposing defenses by adding to the team's already stellar wing play from Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins. Wing stop. Powell, brought aboard this offseason to share Herro's and Wiggins' scoring burdens, has proven himself capable of being the focal point of an offense after years of finding meaningful touches for himself while sharing the rock with multiple Hall of Famers as a Clipper and Raptor. With a deep bag of moves and a .456 three-point percentage, Powell is a true three-level scoring threat, for if you count getting to the line, where he nails over 90% on 6.4 attempts per game. Point guard Davion Mitchell is having the best season of his career in head coach Eric Spoelstra's motion-style offense, finding shots for himself and the Heat's skilled cutters. The undersized guard can penetrate and pass, or pull up for mid-range and long range. Big-bodied shooting guard Pelle Larsson has kept Herro's spot in the starting lineup warm with double-digit scoring. Slashing guard Jamie Jaquez Jr. helped the team get off to a hot start without Herro but has cooled considerably as defenses have adjusted to him, backing off the .207 three-point shooter until he nears the basket, where he remains a dangerous finisher. He made 10 of 12 shots against Philadelphia Sunday. Big challenges. Bam Adebayo, back from missing 6 games with a big toe sprain suffered against the Nuggets November 5th, pitched in 18 points and 13 rebounds against the 76ers. Second-year center Kel'el Ware, who as a rookie was thought of as a gifted prospect in need of developing, stepped up during Adebayo's absence, scoring in the teens in the last 4 contests of that stretch. Ware played a complete game against the Bulls Friday, scoring 20 while disrupting passing lanes, holding his own defensively on the perimeter, and effecting many more shots than his one block would indicate. When the two big men share the floor, Ware's presence down low allows Adebayo to play further from the basket, where he often operates on the wings and above the break, attempting 5.6 threes per game and making 37.5% of them. That synergy has earned Ware increased playing time, some of which seems to have come at the expense of Nikola Jovic, now in his 4th year after entering the league as a gifted prospect in need of developing. After battling his way back from a hand injury last season, Jovic has begun 2025-26 in a considerable rut, shooting .406 from the field and .294 from deep. One rare highlight and tantalizing sign of his talents was his spectacular inbounds lob to a dashing Wiggins for the game-winning shot with 0.4 seconds in double overtime against the Cavs November 10th. Up front, the Mavericks got pushed around against Memphis as Derek Lively too sat on the second night of a back-to-back set. Dallas did not have the size to solve the problem of Grizzlies center Zach Edey on either end, while power forward Santi Aldama poured in 20 points. The night before, Pelicans frontcourt mates Zion Williamson and Derek Queen combined for 42 points against a Mavericks lineup with Lively and Daniel Gafford active. The springy Ware, who regularly beat his Philly counterparts to second-chance shots on the way to 8 offensive rebounds, will make for a tough matchup. The Los Angeles Lakers are closely monitoring former All-Star Andrew Wiggins as a potential trade target if the Miami Heat make the veteran wing available, NBA insider Jake Fisher reported on Bleacher Report's NBA Insider Notebook. Fisher said that Los Angeles has prioritized 2 specific needs ahead of the trade deadline: two-way wings and lob-threat big men capable of pairing with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. Wiggins is firmly on the list of players the Lakers would pursue if Miami shows a willingness to deal the 30-year-old forward. The Lakers sit near the top of the Western Conference standings and recently welcomed back LeBron James, but league analysts believe the roster remains one player short of matching elite title contenders such as the Oklahoma City Thunder, Denver Nuggets, and Houston Rockets. Why Andrew Wiggins fits the Lakers. At 6'7" with elite lateral speed, Wiggins would relieve the defensive burden on Doncic, James, and Reeves while providing much-needed scoring support. The former #1 pick has delivered one of his most balanced campaigns to date, averaging 16.7 points, 4.9 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.1 steals while shooting 36.5% from 3 in 15 games this season, giving Miami both floor spacing and high-level perimeter defense. Wiggins is under contract on a 4-year, $109 million deal, earning $28.2 million this year with a $30.2 million player option for 2026 to 27. His salary tier makes him more accessible than larger-scale 3 and D stars such as Mikal Bridges or OG Anunoby of the New York Knicks. Los Angeles can match salary through a package built around Rui Hachimura and Gabe Vincent, according to Fisher. Play trade talks stretch back to the summer. Discussions involving Wiggins are not new. Anthony Irwin of Clutch Points reported in June that Miami expressed interest in Hachimura in a potential trade that would have sent Wiggins to Los Angeles. Irwin reported that talks advanced to the next step, but stalled once the Heat demanded more than Hachimura in return. Wiggins was acquired by the Heat in February as part of the blockbuster trade that sent Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors, and multiple reports suggest Miami never viewed him as untouchable. NBA insider Mark Stein reported that Wiggins also surfaced in trade conversations with the Phoenix Suns before they shipped Kevin Durant to Houston. The accumulation of those talks suggests Miami has maintained long-term flexibility regarding Wiggins' future. Lakers taking a patient approach. While Wiggins is viewed as a top target, Los Angeles is not rushing into a deal. Fisher noted the front office remains in wait-and-see mode as the roster stabilizes with James back in the rotation and big man DeAndre Ayton playing better than expected since arriving in Los Angeles. The Lakers are still going to be in a little bit of a wait-and-see mode, Fisher reported. See what this group really looks like before they push their chips in. The timing of a move may depend less on Los Angeles and more on Miami's willingness to make Wiggins available.